Hello friends and welcome to another video on Tutorials Point with me, Richa. Today under the module of corporate management, we will talk about building winning teams. Well, the full form of team is together everyone achieves more. And as an organization, as a corporate company, it becomes very essential that you have the right kind of people in your teams so that they can work together to achieve more and more for your company. Let's get started on this topic. On the agenda, we will list the characteristics of a group. We will also understand what is the difference between a formal and an informal group. We will talk about what are the different stages in the formation of a team and the differences between a group and as well as a team. So friends, what exactly is a group and how is it different from a team? Let's discuss on a group. A group is two or more people coming together at a formal or an informal level. So it's basically just people coming together for any agenda. It could not be something which is very specific or something like that. Why do groups form? They form because of different reasons like social, economic, or it could also be for security reasons. Well, how do groups form? People are attracted to one another on the basis of similar attitude towards commonly relevant objects as well as goals. So it's basically strangers coming together for something which is a shared agenda for them. For example, WhatsApp groups are forming nowadays for people who have the same kind of agenda or they have similar interests come together and form a WhatsApp group. Well, in the same way, these are how groups can be formed. What is a formal and an informal group and what is the difference between them? Well, the groups formed by the management of the organization for accomplishing a specific task are known as a formal groups. The groups that are formed by the employees themselves as per their likes and prejudices is known as an informal group. Well, to give you a simple example, if you have a team of people in your organization, for example, they're the marketing team, they all will be together as a formal group because they share certain agenda and they have a specific vision that they want to accomplish. But that's a formal group. An informal group is just formed by people who might have the same kind of likes and dislikes, or people who like to do the same kind of things may form a different group altogether, which is an informal group. The formal groups are bigger in size as compared to the informal groups, which might be a little smaller in size. Moreover, there can be subgroups in a single formal group as well. So formal and informal group can be a part of the same organization as well. Well, the structure of a formal group is designed in a hierarchical manner. So there is a power status or there is a hierarchy from a junior to a senior level of people in a formal group, which does not have it in an informal group. So let's just say that an informal group has absolutely no hierarchy and it has no structure altogether. In a formal group, the position of the members defies its importance in the group, but in an informal group, every member is as important as the other. So if you have a formal group of the CEOs of the company or the MDs or the CXOs and CFOs, they are really governed by their power, their status and their hierarchy. Well, in an informal group, everyone is treated in the same manner and there is no differentiation in terms of their status or differentiation in terms of their hierarchy, etc. In a formal group, the flow of communication is generally restricted to the unity of the command, that is top-down approach, whereas in contrast to the informal group, the flow of communication stretches in all direction and there is absolutely no restriction in terms of communicating with each other. But in a formal group, there is a chain of command or there is a unity which has to be kept in terms of a top-down approach. Now friends, we are going to look at different stages of a team formation. Now whenever 2 or 3 people are together as a part of the team, they undergo different stages. Now these stages are forming, storming, norming and performing. It is very important to understand that each and every individual definitely will go through all of these whenever there is a group being formed, or rather whenever there is a team being formed. So let's look at a forming stage. Now, 2 people come together and that's the forming stage. Now, in this stage, most of the team members are positive and polite to each other. Probably they have been told by the HR to or their different managers or department heads to come together for a particular project. Some of them are anxious as they haven't fully understood what is expected out of them. Others are simply just excited about the task ahead and the project and assignment. So they don't really know what's happening in each other's mind, and they have just been put together. This stage can last for some time as people start to work together, and they can make an effort to go and get to know their new colleagues. So this is the first stage wherein people are unaware of differences between themselves, and they are very happy to and very kicked about working together. The second stage is a storming stage. Now, once the initial getting to know each other has gone through, this is a stage wherein, like the word storming says, it's like a storm. So then there will definitely be conflicts, and there will be definitely be differences of opinions in the storming stage, and people will be pushing each other's boundaries and trying to tell each other that their point of view is more important than the other one. This is a particular stage wherein there are a lot of conflicts which start to arise, and it is an important stage because conflicts are always not negative, they can also be positive. The next stage is the norming stage. Now, once the storm has got over, generally or gradually the team moves into the norming stage, and this is when the people start to resolve their differences and appreciate each other's strengths as well as weaknesses. So I would rather say the norming stage is a more mature stage wherein people just resolve their differences, they accept people and their points of view, and they all work together as a team. This is often a prolonged overlap between a storming and a norming, because as the new tasks come up, the team may lapse back into the behavior which was there during the storming phase. So you have to be very careful when the team is there. You don't have to make them lapse into the storming stage. You should try and keep them to the norming stage because that's beneficial for the organization. The last stage is the performing stage. Now, this is the best stage out of all because people have really matured and got to a level wherein they want to really work together, work towards the company's mission and vision, and the team reaches the performing stage when hard work leads without friction to the achievement of the team's goal. So all in all, they are only focused on one thing, which is achieving the goal for their team. It feels easy to be a part of the team at this stage, and generally people like to be at this stage because they're working together, all the differences are resolved, and they have only one vision and one mission to work for. Now, how do you build effective teams? Certain things we will look at. Setting clear goals. Now, every team member needs to know what is expected out of them, what is the goal. Selecting the right kind of team members, providing a leadership, or rather a good leadership to them, providing training to them which will help them skill themselves, rewarding the team because everyone likes to get rewards and recognition if they have done a good work, and developing trust. Trust is something which is the essence of any good team or any winning team. There has to be a lot of trust between each other, then only can a team really perform excellently. Now friends, let's take a look at what is the difference between a group and a team. Now, a group and team are two different entities, and many people get confused thinking that they mean one and the same thing. Well, they are not one thing. There are a lot of differences between them. Let's take a look. So we will talk about certain criteria and what is the difference between a group and a team. Well, for interest level, for a group, they have a shared interest, whereas for a team, they mutually agree to each other. They might not have a shared interest level as such. For contribution, groups, people individually contribute, wherein in a team, there is a lot of synergy in contribution. Skills, in a group, they are complementary, but in a team, they are more random. Identity in a group is always shared identity. They always look like they have shared things to take care of. And in a team, the identity is clearly defined. They know the scope of work that has to be done. Culture in a group is more diverse. People come from all different kind of diversities, whereas in a team, they have a shared culture that they follow. Examples could be for a group like cricket fans from different continents and different cultures, but as a team, you have the team of cricket team, which is basically everyone coming in together to play that particular game of cricket from a particular company, rather a country. So you have the Indian cricket team or you have the Australian cricket team. That's a team. So friends, this is the basic difference between a group as well as a team. So let's look at the conclusion slide, wherein let's understand what's the difference between a group and a team. A group is 2 or more people coming together at a formal or an informal level. A team is a group of small number of people with complementary skills and people who are connected for a common purpose, like achieving a goal for the team. Performance goals and approach for which they are mutually accountable and work together, taking ownership for each other. Building effective team is an important prerequisite for any organization to become successful. If your company really wants success, you need to build an effective team, people who are ready to really go to a length of place for your organization, who are really passionate about working together for your company or for your corporate. Well friends, we hope you have enjoyed listening to this particular module on building winning teams. Please keep watching. We have many more videos coming under the module of corporate management. Thank you once again for watching us.